Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And we're off from Baltimore. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Another try following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know what I like about this? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Play action now with Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings take over on his 5th interception of the season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Chidobe Awuzie, they're on the tackle. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hockenson reels it in. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Now give left side. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
This one is up and good. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Returnable from the 2. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Lamar now from the gun. He's looking deep once again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
Yeah, I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. He's going to field this at the 2. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Jackson trying again after the pick. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Complete out to the right. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 14, and he's brought down before the return gets far. Absolutely crushed that kick, a full 70-yard punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Addison going to motion over left. Here's a give up the middle. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Travis Jones, the man in on that tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Tight end going in motion here. 3rd down from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
4th down, and it'll be the native of County Wicklow in Ireland, Daniel Whelan, on to punt. Wow, tremendous punt here. This one's looking great, angling towards the sideline. This one carries out of bounds. Not Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll have it here after forcing that punt to end the 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit. Because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful.
Report!
Throwing from near his own goal line. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Go! Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to the well again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
3rd and short here, trying to pass. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Vikings stretch their lead to 21. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And look at this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got it deep downfield. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Henry on the option. And he's brought down for a loss.
Supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. Along this sideline inside the 25. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. And they pick him off again. Byron Murphy picks it. Has room down the left sideline. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings continue piling on to this lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. The ball is out. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now, after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. From the gun, a run for Henry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
First and 10, here's Jackson. This finds Mitchell, complete. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Vikings will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They go play action on 1st. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
Well, that window was open down the field, but this league is so fast. And these defenders, well, they closed the gap before that throw could arrive.
2nd and 10 now. Has the connection to Hutchinson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. To the air now on 1st and 10. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 43. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's going to be 4th and short. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And this will be his second effort of the contest. This kick is away, but it is short and straight up into the air. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll only have time for one play before halftime. One last play before the break. He's back to throw. And they pick him off again. No one around. He's got space. And the Vikings do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Tight end gets it running forward. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
You know, when I backed up Peyton Manning for a couple years, he loved to know a team's tendencies, and then he wanted to bust them. And that's exactly what that play just did. Got some nice yardage, and it wouldn't be surprising to see that call used again in a similar spot.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Motion man right is Jefferson. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ready up.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Let's go now. Come 19. Come 19. Take go.
Throwing off the play fake here. Chased out to his right. Launching deep down the right sideline.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find a first.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
19 tight. 19. Go.
They are throwing it again. Able to find Hawkinson. And they get this down to the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again.
Ravens, nothing. Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready, shot. Shot.
They go play fake with Jackson. Gets out of trouble. And they pick him off again. Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Let's go.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
On the set.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hut, hut.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Go.
First throw for the backup now. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy out, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready, shot. Shot.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Catch made by Mitchell. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
At the 42-yard line.
Lamar off to play fake. Rolling left, buying some time. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And he's just going to take the sack here as he heads out of bounds. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 32-yard line.
Lamar now from the gun. He sends this one to the end zone. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Jackson now on 3rd. Throwing deep for the end zone. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Staring at 4th down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Tucker's kick is up and good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. This, our last play of the quarter. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our 3rd quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this loft. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They send a tight end in motion. Running for the marker on 2nd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Jones once more. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
They'll try and punch it in. And they'll bring him down after an all-right gain. This is going to go as a pickup of 4. 2nd and goal coming up.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Vikings continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings continue adding on to that lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
180.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort, getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, man, they've had a heyday in the backfield.
You at X, you at X.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. From the gun, Jackson. He connects downfield on 4. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the... This is brought in at the 15. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Henry. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line.
A gain of 1 yard on the play.
Jackson has it 3rd and goal. Buys time, rolling right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Here's Lamar. And he's got it, so they'll pull a little ways back with a touchdown. The Ravens making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Jackson's throwing for it. Escapes out to the left. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Half the 60. Half the 60. Here we go. Shot.
Here's the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
Down the sideline to the 45. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And this thing of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week.